again. A minor 6. G sharp dim with the E added on. G minor 9. C7 flat 9. Maybe add the G on there. F dim. F major 7. Now we can piece it in time. Most people just play an A minor 6 pattern. It's so minimalistic. That's the thing, is try to stick with that one pattern throughout. And again, you want to get that pinch, this, like a piano at the same time, like this. And that's the pattern right there. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Through the chords, G sharp diminished. But I'm often leaving this finger down here. This is a good trick because the book might say G sharp diminished, but it's nice to keep the E here. Here it is with the chords. I'm going to play a little bit faster. Bass is always on 1 and 3 pattern. Notice one other thing, those high notes that you can hear. These, the high notes are really ringing out. Almost like you're playing some suggested chord melody or like a little piano's holding a note. So that's sharp dim, but it's also really just a substitute for E7. So it's almost like E7 with a flat 9, so basically just putting that E back on. See, that's where the melody note is. I think I talked about this before. You could do this. With that diminished, you can slide it around every 3 frets. But in this case, I'm showing you the diminished sliding around 3 frets, but adding on that little scale tone. And that's coming out of the half-whole diminished scale. Or G minor 9. Beautiful chord. And then C7, I'm going to do C7 altered. And then F diminished 7. And notice the use of open strings here. To the F major 7. That just gives it that little bit of tension. Well, a lot of tension. Before it resolves. So let's try that again. A minor 6. G sharp dim with the E added on, the G minor 9, C7 flat 9, maybe add the G on there, F dim, F major 7. Now we can piece it in time. Let's go on. F minor 9. We could do it here, or we could do it here. I'm going to do it here. The 2 different shapes, either 6th string root or 5th string root. We talked about this last time. Here's dominant 9. Here's major 9. Here's minor 9. Here's flat 9. Dominant 7, flat 9. Here's sharp 9. Know your 9th chords. This is a nice little, just a little quick routine. But F minor 9. B flat 13, E minor 7, A7 sharp 5, add some dissonance there, try flat 5 for fun, D9, and again you can even add the A in the bass even too, D minor 7, Corcovado, oh how, G13, nice little chromatic bass line movement. So you have this. And just to give my hand a rest there, I noticed that I just played the A open string. And then I did that A minor 6. Okay. You could even do that add 9 chord we talked about, or A minor 9 we talked about last time, just for a variation. There's that little fill there that we talked about. G minor 9, C13. Notice how I'm mixing it up now, just for fun. I'm doing a different path. There's that F major 7 flat 5, the Lydian chord I called it earlier, to the major 7. And now I'm just going to stay in that position. So basically I didn't want to just repeat myself that time around, just to show you a different demonstration of different voicings. Different here, G sus. G sus is basically F/G. Is G, actually the correct term is G9 sus 4. You'll just see it say G sus. So play F triad. Again, you can wrap your thumb around, but on this guitar it's too wide. So I actually do try to get a clean fingering. And then take off this. So it's a G7. Little small movements are really sweet. And put a diminished quickly. G sharp dim to lead you back to the beginning. Unless you wanted to end the song, then you'd go to C6. I like a major 7 like this. Maybe I don't wrote this on. I'm adding on that major 7 here, the B. Okay, here's 6. Here's 7. Here's major 7. Okay, all from the basic shapes that you already know, you can get these sweet colors. D minor. G. In U. E minor 7 flat 5. Notice I'm going to do this little diminished trick. And now it's just that diminished run. And then D minor. On my chord melody arrangement, I did thirds. And then this time I'm going to change it to flat 9. So I put the A flat here. And then finally to that C major 7. If you're wondering, that flat 9, you take this, what you just did, take this note, flat 9, and then you can get that open B string, and then C major 7 like this. Don't improv. So, but learn the melody. The melody's so pretty, and I'm hearing the words, you know, the English words at least. Quiet nights and quiet stars. Quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet walks and quiet. And that will help you interpret it and you make it lyrical, make it sing, put some vibrato, put some pull-offs, put some slides on there. Those are all things that make the melody sound very human, very lyrical, not just... I went to the diminished 7, F diminished 7, as it's written in the chart, with the major 7, and then F major 7, or 6, and then F minor 9, or F minor 9. So again, there's a lot of room for having fun with chord shapes. Don't just stick to one route. Definitely experiment. Let me give you another demonstration. Maybe you want to try out some inversions, like with that diminished. Maybe you do want to start with the A minor. I'll do that add 9. Quiet nights and quiet stars. And then maybe instead of going to G sharp dim, go up to the B dim. Quiet chords from my guitar. And then, instead of G minor 7 or G minor 11, play C7 sus. So I'm going to put this B flat triad with the C in the bass. And then F dim to the major 9. I'm just trying out some different color. Oh, I might resolve it to F major 7. But listen to this. I'm changing the bass line movement. Before, it was walking down, which is what's written, but just for fun. And then again, I'm trying to create some different movements going against what was normally written instead of descending. And that's just using a few inversions and also some subs. And if you want another sweet chord, chords are so fun, obviously, with bossa. So that's all I was doing up here. F major 7. And then minor major 7. But it's really a beautiful sound, that major 7 added on. I love that color. Really grabs your attention. Again, so that's maybe something I might do on that one section there on measure 9, when after you resolve to the F major 7, and then F minor major 7, and then B flat 7, flat 5, E minor 7, A7 flat 9, D9, just plain old D9. Diminished. I'll do that same little trick, ascending. I say this, the more chords you know, the better. How do you do that? You know, just try out different voicings. I like the standard way often if I'm just kind of playing through the basic song, but I definitely love to improvise with chords, and I recommend that you just try out some different shapes. Instead of starting here, you might start up here, you know, A minor 9. It's funny where depending on where you start on the fretboard, you'll lead yourself to some different places. But I am also using some substitutions, some, you know, diminished subs, some altered chords, etc. So there's definitely some little tricks. So let's talk about soloing on it. And that's coming from this scale. That's called the half-whole diminished scale. It's symmetrical, which I think of that as 1 to 5. I'm not worrying so much. I don't want to limit myself to just the diminished lick on the G sharp diminished, which is what most people end up playing, either diminished arpeggio or half-whole diminished scale. But if you think of it as E7 with a flat 9, I'm definitely going to end up playing a little bit more to the harmonic minor scale, which is what I like. So guitar and repeat. Harmonic. Dorian. Harmonic. Dorian or blues. Diminished. Harmonic. Blues. Whole tone. Diminished. Little gypsy. Jazz. I started off with just modal. I always say the modal approach, the scale approach, is important to know the chord scale relationship. When I see A minor 6, I think Dorian on A or melodic minor. Those are my two favorite scale sounds on a minor 6 chord. So that's the melodic minor. And then as soon as it went to that G sharp dim, I kicked into harmonic minor on A still. I know this, I like to hear the shift of harmony. That's why I would tend to change scales. You can also just arpeggiate. Arpeggiate is just face value. Diminish. You know, almost kind of in a gypsy jazz fashion where you're kind of targeting a little bit more. I'm just kind of running some A minor licks and then diminished licks, kind of again targeting specifically. I took it out a little bit. I did some diminished scale stuff, half